Bill Gates was born on October 28, 1955, in Seattle, Washington. Even as a young boy, he was very smart and full of curiosity. He loved to read all kinds of books, spending hours lost in encyclopedias and other reference materials. His parents saw his great intelligence and encouraged him to learn as much as he could. They knew he had a special mind and wanted him to have every opportunity to explore his interests. Bill was competitive and energetic, always looking for a new challenge to conquer, a trait that would define his entire life and career in the years to come. His school, Lakeside Prep School, got a new computer in 1968. This was a very rare and expensive machine back then, a teletype terminal connected to a larger mainframe. For Bill, it was love at first sight. He and his friends, including a boy named Paul Allen, were completely fascinated by it. They spent all their free time in the computer room, learning how to write programs. They wanted to understand everything about how this incredible machine worked. It was more than just a hobby for them. It was a deep passion that consumed their thoughts and filled their days with excitement and discovery. Bill and Paul quickly became experts. They learned a computer language called BASIC and started to write their own software. At first, they just made simple games like tic-tac-toe that they could play against the computer. But soon, they were doing much more complex things. They even found bugs in the school's computer system and offered to fix them. The company that owned the computer was so impressed that they gave Bill and his friends free computer time in exchange for their help. This early experience showed them that their skills had real value in the growing world of technology. This early fascination with computers set the stage for Bill's entire future. He wasn't just playing, he was learning the fundamental principles of software design and problem solving. He was thinking about what computers could do for people, long before most of the world had even seen one. This period of intense learning and experimentation during his teenage years gave him a huge head start. The skills and the passion he developed in that small school computer room were the seeds from which a global technology revolution would eventually grow, changing the world forever. After high school, Bill Gates went to Harvard University, one of the best universities in the country. He studied law to please his parents, but his true love was still computers. He spent most of his time in the university's computer center, honing his programming skills and thinking about the future of technology. It was during this time that he saw an advertisement for a new machine, the Altair 8800. It was one of the very first personal computers, a kit that people could build themselves. Bill knew immediately that this was a revolutionary moment. He believed that computers were about to become a part of everyday life. He and his old friend Paul Allen saw a massive opportunity. The Altair 8800 didn't have any useful software, it was just a box of parts. They realized that for these new personal computers to be useful, they would need an easy-to-use programming language. They decided to create a version of the BASIC language specifically for the Altair. This was a huge risk. They didn't even own an Altair computer to test their program on. They worked day and night, writing the code on Harvard's computers, believing completely in their idea and their ability to make it work. In a bold move, they called the company that made the Altair, Emets, and told them they had a working BASIC interpreter. The company was interested and asked for a demonstration. Bill and Paul flew to Albuquerque, New Mexico, to show their software. Paul Allen ran the program for the first time on a real Altair computer right there in the meeting. Everyone held their breath. To their immense relief, it worked perfectly. The people at MITES were amazed and immediately agreed to a deal. This single success was the proof they needed that their vision was possible. This incredible achievement convinced Bill Gates to make one of the biggest decisions of his life. He decided to leave Harvard University before finishing his degree. He and Paul Allen moved to Albuquerque to start their own company. They called it Microsoft, a combination of the words microcomputer and software. Their mission was simple, but incredibly ambitious, to put a computer on every desk and in every home, all running Microsoft software. It was the official beginning of a journey that would reshape the modern world and define the personal computer age. Microsoft's big break came when they made a deal with IBM, a giant in the computer industry. IBM was building its own personal computer, the IBM PC, and needed an operating system for it. An operating system is the most important software on a computer. It manages everything. Microsoft didn't have one, but Bill Gates promised they could provide it. He bought an existing operating system called QDOS from another company for a small amount of money. His team then worked tirelessly to adapt and improve it for the IBM PC. This became the Microsoft Disk Operating System, or MS-DOS. The deal with IBM was a work of genius. Instead of selling the software to IBM outright, Bill Gates convinced them to let Microsoft keep the rights to MS-DOS. This meant that Microsoft could license or sell the operating system to other computer manufacturers as well. When other companies started making their own IBM-compatible computers, they all needed an operating system. Microsoft was ready with MS-DOS. This clever business decision was the key to their incredible growth. It put their software at the center of the rapidly expanding personal computer market, making it the industry standard. Later, inspired by graphical interfaces he had seen elsewhere, Bill Gates led Microsoft to create Windows. Unlike MS-DOS, which used text commands, Windows used pictures, icons, and a mouse. This made computers much easier and more intuitive for ordinary people to use. The release of Windows 3.0 in 1990 was a massive success, selling millions of copies. With Windows, Microsoft's dream of a computer in every home started to become a reality. The company grew at an astonishing rate, and Bill Gates became the face of the personal computer revolution that swept the globe. As Microsoft grew into a global powerhouse, Bill Gates became one of the richest people in the world. His company's software was on nearly every personal computer, and its value skyrocketed. He was known for his intense work ethic, his sharp intelligence, and his highly competitive nature. He pushed his employees to innovate constantly and to stay ahead of the competition. His vision and leadership turned a small startup into a technology empire, and in the process, he accumulated a vast personal fortune. But his story was far from over. A new chapter was about to begin. In 2000, at the height of his success, Bill Gates began to shift his focus. He stepped down as CEO of Microsoft to spend more time on a new passion: philanthropy. He and his then-wife, Melinda, started the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. They decided to use their immense wealth to tackle some of the world's biggest problems. Their goal was not just to give money away, but to use it smartly and effectively to save lives and improve the futures of people in need. This marked a major change in his life, from being a titan of technology to becoming a global humanitarian. The foundation's work is vast and touches millions of lives across the globe. One of its biggest goals is to improve global health. It invests billions of dollars in fighting diseases like malaria, polio, and HIV/AIDS. The foundation funds the development of new vaccines and works to make sure they reach children in the poorest parts of the world. Bill Gates studies these complex health issues with the same intensity he once applied to computer code. He travels to remote villages and meets with scientists and health workers to understand the problems firsthand and find the best solutions. Beyond health, the foundation also works to reduce poverty and expand educational opportunities. It supports projects that help small farmers in developing countries grow more food and earn more money. It also invests in new educational tools and technologies to help students and teachers in the United States. Bill Gates believes that everyone deserves the chance to live a healthy and productive life. He uses his influence to encourage other wealthy individuals and governments to join the fight against inequality and disease, creating a powerful global movement for good. Bill Gates' journey is a remarkable story of passion and purpose. From a teenager obsessed with computers to the founder of a software empire, he changed the way we work and live. Then, he dedicated his life and fortune to helping the world's most vulnerable people. He shows that great success comes with a great responsibility to give back. His work with the foundation inspires millions and provides a powerful example of how intelligence, wealth, and compassion can be combined to create a better, healthier, and more equitable world for everyone.